So here's the story tomorrow. And I know a lot of people are new here, but I want to talk about the cap because the cap can completely blow a forecast.
We've seen it before.
Or it can just allow for just explosive thunderstorms. So it's kind of like a boiling pot of water with a lid on it, okay? And that's the atmosphere, okay? And the lid is that warm layer of air aloft. And if that lid, if it starts to bubble up too much, it just all of a sudden just boom, it just blows it like a pressure cooker. That's what the cap does with our atmosphere. So let me show you where it comes from. And maybe for those of you who, for example, you're from the Midwest, you're like, well, I've never heard of this before. Well, it's kind of a Texas-Oklahoma thing. And here's the reason why. Because it's all about the warm air on the high plateaus of Mexico. Here we are in Mexico. This is South Texas. And you can see as we've changed the map around a bit, we have that warm air from the high plateaus in Mexico. It's kind of that southwesterly flow. So it's blowing in from the southwest off to the northeast. And the extent of the cap, a lot of times, of course, it'll head up to Oklahoma, but it rarely heads much farther north than that, okay? So it's a huge Texas deal here for us. So we have this cap that's a warm layer of air aloft. It's that warm air that blows off the high plateaus of Mexico. It originates in those high elevations, the dry regions of Mexico. And this is how it looks as we take a look at the city of Dallas right now. Just imagine that it's Fort Worth too. So we have what is the cap? It's that unstable air near the surface. And what it does is it rises rapidly. That air starts to rise, that unstable air, it rises rapidly, and it tries to allow for thunderstorms to develop. And what takes place is we have that warm layer of air aloft, and this rising air, this rising unstable air is blocked by the cap. So it just kind of runs into this, and these thunderstorms struggle to just tower up. We've all seen those big towering cumulonimbus thunderstorms. When you have a cap in place, they tower up, and the top of that thunderstorm just hits that warm, stable layer of air, and what takes place is those thunderstorms just kind of fizzle out. They'll tower up, they hit the bottom of that warm layer of air, and then they're just done. So what do we need to break the cap? If we reach what we call a convective temperature, the air heats up enough to break through the cap, that will take place, okay? In addition to that, we have to have a disturbance overhead that provides some lift, okay? That would be a cold front, that would be a dry line that would move in and provide that extra lift that would be needed to break the cap. Will we have that tomorrow? That's the million-dollar question we have each and every spring. I have clouds increasing overnight tonight. The cap's in place tomorrow. It's a fairly stout cap, a fairly strong cap. The dry line is still pretty far to the west of us at noon tomorrow. We may have a little thunderstorm about noon develop in advance of that cap. And these thunderstorms, the cap won't prevent thunderstorms. It'll prevent severe thunderstorms from developing. If the cap breaks, then all heck can break loose with these thunderstorms. There's one at noon, then it moves quickly up into Oklahoma during the time frame where we have a weakening cap. There's 3, there's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Cap still in place. It starts to go away about 6 or 7. That's when we have a few thunderstorms developing about 7 p.m. There's 8 p.m. You see how a lot of the activities up here in northeast Texas out in advance of the dry line. That's where we have the lift. That's 9 p.m. tomorrow. These could be hail producers, quarter up to maybe golf ball size hail. There's 11 o'clock tomorrow. That falls apart. The cold front comes in and provides more lift. But right now, the atmospheric dynamics just aren't in place as that front moves through other than just a little scattered rain. And that's what I have in my forecast overnight tonight. A little spotty rain, maybe a shower, maybe a thunder shower, nothing severe. 66 is the low tonight. That's almost the normal daytime high. We'll hit 80 tomorrow. We'll have some thunderstorms developing during the afternoon as I just timed out. Some of those could be severe. Hail's the #1 concern. Wind is the #2 concern. 80's the high tomorrow. We'll keep some rain around Thursday night, Friday, even some rain into Saturday. The dancing leprechaun on Sunday. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's dry. The sun comes out. 60s on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then another chance of rain returns on Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week. Mostly cloudy Sunday. And then another chance of rain Monday, March 25th. And